Air travel in 2026 is changing faster than ever, and if your channel is focused on avoiding flight bans and helping people travel smarter, then this is something your audience cannot afford to ignore. What once felt like simple airport procedures are now becoming more advanced, more automated, and in many cases, more strict. Travelers who are not aware of these changes are the ones most likely to face delays, questioning, or even denied boarding. One of the biggest shifts happening right now is the rise of digital identity systems. Airports are no longer relying only on physical passports and boarding passes. Instead, biometric verification such as facial recognition is becoming the norm. This means your face, your documents, and your booking details must all match perfectly. Even a small spelling mistake or outdated information can create issues during verification, which can slow you down or flag your profile for additional checks. Another major change is the evolution of baggage screening. Modern scanners powered by artificial intelligence are now capable of identifying suspicious patterns in seconds. This includes not just dangerous items, but also things that appear unusual, such as dense electronics, powders, or even food packed in certain ways. Travelers who pack carelessly are more likely to be stopped, questioned, and delayed. That's why packing in an organized and transparent way is now more important than ever. In addition to this, airlines themselves are tightening their internal policies. Many travelers assume that airport rules are the only thing to worry about, but in 2026, airlines are enforcing their own guidelines more strictly, especially for international travel. Carrying too many gadgets, having unclear battery specifications, or even bringing medications without proper labeling can create unnecessary problems. Another important factor is passenger behavior. Airports are now using smarter surveillance systems that can detect unusual behavior patterns. If a traveler appears overly nervous, confused, or uncooperative, it can trigger additional screening. This doesn't mean you need to act unnatural, but staying calm, confident, and prepared can make a big difference in how smoothly you pass through security. One of the most overlooked changes is the expansion of global data sharing between countries. Travel history, visa records, and even minor violations from previous trips are now more connected than ever. This means if you have ever overstayed a visa, violated entry rules, or had issues during past travel, it could come up again during your next journey. Airlines are also becoming less flexible with time. Automated check-in systems, digital boarding processes, and strict gate closures mean that arriving late is no longer something you can easily recover from. Missing a check-in window or ignoring an important notification from your airline could result in denied boarding without any exceptions. Health documentation is another area where travelers need to stay alert. While major global restrictions have relaxed, some destinations still require specific declarations or proof of health compliance. Failing to provide the correct documents can cause last-minute stress or even prevent you from boarding your flight. Transit travel is also becoming more complex. If you have connecting flights through multiple countries, you may now face additional checks during layovers. Some airports require rescreening, while others may ask for extra documentation depending on your route. This increases the importance of planning ahead and understanding the requirements of every country you pass through, not just your final destination. Another growing trend in 2026 is the use of automated risk profiling. Security systems are becoming smarter at identifying which passengers require more attention. While this improves overall safety, it also means that travelers must be more mindful of their documents, behavior, and travel history. Even small inconsistencies can increase your chances of being selected for additional checks. At the same time, airlines are improving efficiency by reducing human interaction and relying more on machines. Self-service kiosks, automated bag drops, and digital boarding gates are becoming standard. While this speeds up the process for prepared travelers, it can create confusion for those who are not familiar with these systems. Knowing how to use these technologies can save you time and prevent unnecessary stress. Another important update is related to restricted and borderline items. Many everyday items that were previously ignored are now being checked more carefully. This includes power banks, grooming tools, certain snacks, and even personal care products. Travelers should always double-check what they are carrying and ensure everything complies with current guidelines. In 2026, communication is also playing a bigger role. Airlines are sending more updates through apps, emails, and notifications. Ignoring these messages can lead to missed instructions, gate changes, or important alerts that affect your travel. Staying connected and regularly checking your updates is now part of being a smart traveler. Weather disruptions and operational delays are also being handled differently. Airlines are less likely to make exceptions, and automated systems often decide rebooking options. This means travelers must be proactive and ready to adjust quickly when plans change. Another key factor is documentation accuracy. Your passport, visa, and ticket information must align perfectly. Even small mismatches can cause system errors that delay your journey. Double-checking your details before traveling can prevent these problems entirely. Additionally, travelers should be aware of cultural and legal differences between countries. Certain items, behaviors, or documents that are acceptable in one country may not be allowed in another. Being informed about your destination helps you avoid unnecessary trouble. One more thing to consider is the increasing importance of travel insurance. With stricter policies and reduced flexibility, having coverage can protect you from unexpected losses due to delays or denied boarding. Overall, traveling in 2026 is not necessarily harder, but it does require more awareness and preparation. The system is becoming smarter, faster, and more strict at the same time. Travelers who adapt to these changes will enjoy smoother journeys, while those who ignore them may face challenges. The key is to stay informed, stay organized, and always be one step ahead. When you understand how these systems work, you reduce your chances of facing delays, restrictions, or flight bans. Smart travel today is about preparation, awareness, and confidence. If you follow these principles, you can avoid most common problems and enjoy a stress-free experience. So before your next trip, take a moment to review the latest rules, organize your documents, and plan your journey carefully. Because in 2026, the difference between a smooth flight and a stressful one often comes down to how well prepared you are before you even reach the airport. Beyond that, it's also important to keep backups of everything. Having digital copies of your passport, visa, and ticket stored safely on your phone or email can save you in unexpected situations. If something goes missing, you'll still have access to essential information. Another smart habit is arriving at the airport earlier than usual. With increasing automation and stricter checks, giving yourself extra time ensures you won't feel rushed or pressured. It also allows you to handle any unexpected issues calmly. Dressing smartly can also make a difference. Wearing simple, comfortable clothing without too many metal accessories can help you pass through security faster and avoid unnecessary checks. Organizing your carry-on in a neat way can also speed up the screening process. Items that are easy to access and clearly visible are less likely to raise suspicion. Travelers should also avoid last-minute packing, as rushed decisions often lead to mistakes or forgotten items. Planning your packing a day in advance can reduce stress and improve accuracy. Another useful tip is to stay updated with official airline and airport websites before your trip. Rules can change quickly, and relying on outdated information can cause problems. Being informed is one of the most powerful tools a traveler can have. Confidence also plays a big role. When you know your documents are correct and your preparation is solid, you naturally appear more relaxed, which helps you move smoothly through checkpoints. Finally, remember that most travel issues happen due to small oversights, not major mistakes. Paying attention to details, staying patient, and following procedures carefully can make your entire journey easier. In 2026, the smartest travelers are not just the ones who travel often, but the ones who travel prepared.